My reputation as ladies' man was completely undeserved. There are a lot of women in my life, and I like the way women work. More selfless, less ego, not so much on the line, or a more skillful negotiation with the ego. And also very quick, which I appreciate. Women are the content of men, and men are the content of women.
If you want a boxer, I will step into the ring for you. And if you want a doctor, I'll examine every inch of you.
Everybody's involved in this enterprise with everything they've got, and most hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Nobody masters the situation.
We find ourselves on different sides of a line nobody drew.
And nobody's a real ladies' man or a love gangster. Nobody really gets a handle on that, especially if it really touches the heart. Then one is in a condition of anxiety most of the time.
I've never been as good at loving you.
Your heart just cooks like shish kebab, and your breast, sizzling and crackling, too hot for the body. Everybody has that feeling of the disaster of the heart, because nobody masters the heart.
And the heart must pause to breathe and love itself. Have rest.
And even the great ladies' men that I've bumped into, and I've met some real ones, and I'm not in their league, the sense of anxiety about the conquest is still very much there. And they don't have any handle on it either. I don't think anybody feels very confident in that realm, at whatever level you're operating.
Tell me again, we're alone, and I'm listening so hard that it hurts.
My reputation as ladies' man was completely undeserved, for one thing. I was never very good at enjoying it. I was drawn to those intense experiences and obsessed with those intense experiences for much of my life. But I can't say that I really enjoyed them.
Now you told me once again you preferred handsomely. But for me, you'd make an exception.
I generally gave myself a bad review. The sense that the performance had not really been stunning. There was a sense of anxiety that was the background of the whole enterprise. I don't think my concerns about women and about sex were any deeper or more elaborate than any other guy that I met.
I got the doctor drinking from your cup. I said, is this contagious? You said, just drink it up.
In any case, the woman chooses. It's been told to me that the woman decides within seconds of meeting the man whether or not she's going to give herself to him. In most cases, the woman is running the show in these matters. And I'm happy to let them have it. Nothing's over till it's over, but I find myself in a graceful moment, more or less relaxed.
It is in love that we are made. In love we disappear.
As you get older, the brain cells associated with anxiety begin to die. In my case, it seems to be true. I can just take it all a little more lightly. Well, I think the collapse of the body is an aspect to it. I think I'm in that good period before the onset of the diseases that eventually kill you, which is inevitable.
You lose your grip, and then you slip into the masterpiece.
So I'm probably in the most graceful period that I've ever experienced. Most of the women I talk to about it say, you're lucky, we're finished at whatever it is. But I know a lot of women my age who are also dealing with it very gracefully and very gratefully.
You sent me here, you sent me there, breaking things I can't repair.
A lot of people, men and women, are just relieved that a certain aspect to the struggle is over. Courting, marriage, the ceaseless search for a companion. Finally, one senses that one is alone, and that it's not that bad. In fact, it even may be sweet. I have companionship. There's not the woman, but I don't have the sense of unbearable loneliness or any sense of anxiety about it.
Then I am not the one who loves. It's love that seizes me.
And sometimes women are kind enough to sleep over in a less intense capacity than I may have chosen before. It's not as though I don't have the intimacy of women from time to time.
Tell me again that you know what I'm thinking, but
I find I can enjoy both men and women. There's a kind of sexual dance going on with women, and a kind of war dance going on with men.
And what can I tell you, my brother, my killer? What can I possibly say? I guess I'll miss you, I guess I'll forgive you. I'm glad you stood in my way.
And it's very agreeable to have those dances confined to one or two steps rather than the acrobatics that usually attended them. I was never married. Cowardice.
I know you really love me, but you see my hands look tied.
And I love doing nudes. And I marvel at the insistence of that mechanism that is placed in us, because it never disappears.
Let's do something crazy something absolutely wrong.
And one is always shocked, stunned, surprised, delighted by that apparition of the other, especially at the height of her reproductive capacities. You know, that youth, that promise, that vitality.
You got me singing like a prisoner in a jail. You got me singing.
That is the great sustaining energy in the human situation. We're designed not to grow tired. We don't get a chance to see it that often as we get older. Now, of course, the culture completely understands that. So it's continually presenting us with pictures, whether they actually occur in the flesh in our lives. It's really not important anymore because there's so many opportunities to see beautiful people. They're on the screen, they're on the billboards, they're everywhere.
Can't seem to loosen my grip on the path.
I don't see that as some sort of indication of the degeneration of our civilization. I see it as the affirmation of that mechanism that is in all of us.
Try me again when the angels are panting and scratching at the door to come in.
Because of a few songs wherein I spoke of their mystery, women have been exceptionally kind to my old age. They make a secret place in their busy lives, and they take me there. They become naked in their different ways, and they say, "Look at me, Leonard.
Look at me, Leonard. Look at me one last time."
I was happy with that little poem. I don't think we can really penetrate into these matters. I don't think anybody determines it or understands it. I know that I'm forgiven, but I don't know how I know. I don't trust my inner feelings. Inner feelings come and go. I think that psychological explanations can be valuable, and psychotherapy can be valuable for some people. But the fundamental question, how and why people are as they are, we simply cannot grasp.
You live your life as if it's real.
And the feelings that arise, we don't determine. What we're going to see next, we don't determine. What we're going to hear next, taste next, feel next, or think next. And yet we have the sense that we're running the show. And my experience is that there is no fixed self. There's no one whom I can locate as the real me. And dissolving the search for the real me is relaxation, is the content of peace.
There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.